Hi, I want to show you really quickly how to pull in courses, pages, modules, whatever you want that are in the Commons for Canvas. So I've created two resources, two templates that teachers can use in CCSD that will give you a shell, a template. Here, I'll show you real quick. That will link out to either Seesaw, and then there's one that also links out to Google Classroom so that you can pull this in right from Commons and then edit it to make it your information using this rich text editor, which is really pretty easy. These are already pre-linked to pages, so all you would need to do is log in, add your information, and it will already be there for your students, and then continue using Seesaw or Google Classroom. So to do this, the first thing I want to do is have a course to pull this into. So you will already be you already have your courses pulled in from PowerSchool, but for the purposes of showing you here, I want to just make a new sandbox course so that I can show you. I'm going to click Create Course. I just want to have a place to pull in when I go to Commons and pull in the content. So the next thing, now that I have a place to put it, and like I said, you will already have your courses built out, or not built out, you'll already have your courses there because it will pull in from PowerSchool, so you'll just pick from a list. But what I'm going to do right now is go to Commons, which is right here on the left-hand navigation, and I'm going to actually filter. Now, there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of results in here, but I'm actually going to filter for specifically CCSD by going over here in the right-hand side and clicking Filter. If I scroll all the way down, you can see I can filter for grade levels, templates, the kind of modules, or the kind of types of elements I'm looking for. But I'm going to come down here and click Shared with Charleston County School District, and that is going to limit what I'm seeing in the results. So you can see there are several CCSD teachers and administrators that have pulled things in, but these are the two that I wanted to share with you today. One is a template that has a place for you to link directly to your classroom, and the other is a template that links directly to Seesaw. I'm going to choose this one. I can see and preview each of these pages. I can welcome to our classes, the home page. And if I'm sure that I'm ready for this, I can look at the details, the version notes, it has been updated. Then I can click Import/Download, and then I'm going to find the course that I want to pull it into. So remember that I created a sandbox called Seesaw Sandbox. And I would just pull it in there once I find it. Okay, so here's the sandbox I created, Sandbox for Commons, and I'm just going to click Import Course. You have successfully started the import. It may take a little while to see changes in your course, but if I go back to my course and I go to my Sandbox for Commons course, I will see that eventually the import will happen, and I will see all of those pages and be able to go in and edit them. Okay, so it took just a moment, but that all of my course content has pulled right in here, and so I'm ready to go in and edit these. So this link already goes to the Seesaw login page where students would log in as a student or a family member. So I don't really need to change that at all. But one thing I might want to do is link the login directions that are specific to my class right here. This already goes to a week at a glance agenda. And you can see that you can make a copy of this agenda by clicking right here and embed that. And so if you change the beauty of this is that this is a Google slide deck. So you wouldn't need to come back to Canvas and change this. You just update the Google slide deck and it will be reflected here without having to go back and change it in Canvas. There's also a Meet the Teacher page that you would be able to edit and add your information. And then you'll notice there's a home button that will take parents back. And then there's an info for parents page that you will be able to add your information, embed your newsletter. And you do that just by clicking edit. And then using the rich text editor, which is very similar to other editors that you've used before, inserting links, inserting pictures, adding helpful information here. The last thing I want to show you before we wrap this little video up is in Pages for this template. I'm going to click on View All Pages, and there is a page here that says Info for Teachers Do Not Publish. You can see that all of these other pages are green. That means they are published. They are viewable to anyone that is in this class, except for this one. Info for Teachers Do Not Publish has some resources just for you. It has some Canvas how-tos. How do I add a Google Doc? How do I edit and save pages? So anything that you would need to know to edit these pages and make them your own, there are links to Canvas guides on how to do that here. And there are also some other links. Canvas in Elementary School is a slide deck that hopefully you found this video in, best practices in virtual instruction. And then there's actually a video here about using Seesaw and Canvas together if that's something you're interested in learning more about. So I hope that this was helpful and that this template is something that you'll be able to use to make the transition to Canvas easier for you, your students, and your parents, while continuing to be able to use the tried and true Seesaw or Google Classroom that you've been using.